What's up guys, Anthony here, the sous chef over at Vernon Speakeasy. Welcome back to another video. We're gonna be making a mushroom risotto and let's get straight into it. Cool, so chicken stock. This is a basic chicken stock that we do in-house. Mirepoix, bay leaves, peppercorns, nothing too complicated. The mushrooms, on the other hand, are a blend of oyster, shiitake, chestnut, and we have a hybrid king trumpet and blue oyster mushroom. Saute them really high heat. If you remember from the mushroom video, same process that we do with those mushrooms, we do with these mushrooms. It's just the best way and most flavorful way to do mushrooms. Arborio rice. This is where your risotto comes from. Risotto is this rice that we cook in chicken stock. You can do it with water if you're a vegetarian and you're just gonna omit the duck and do mushrooms. That's perfectly fine as well. We prefer full body, full flavor, so we bring up the rice to al dente with chicken stock. And in this case, we cook it just under al dente, so we can bring it up to al dente while preparing the rice. And then here we have our confit duck that we've pulled off the bone. This is a duck quarter that we confit in duck fat, rosemary, and a lot of kosher salt. Then we have our lemon here that I'm gonna zest. It's pretty much a garnish, more of a finishing item. You don't really want to cook the lemon zest, you just want to bring out the oil from the zest itself. Then kosher salt and black pepper. Alrighty, so on our risotto we use a duck confit, which is pretty standard the way we do it. We make a rosemary salt, and that's just food processor with rosemary and some nice chunky salt. Blitz it, and you just infuse the salt with rosemary, pack the duck with the salt, and let it dry for about an hour so it releases the moisture. From there, we add our duck fat. Now, confit is a French word for braising in fat, and by allowing the most time possible. So the duck is braised in its own fat for about 4 hours, and we want it kind of low and slow, so we do like 225 for about 4 or 5 hours. Really, you just want to pull on the duck leg, and when it's ready, it's gonna just fall right off the bone, which we don't really want just yet, right? Like, we want to pull the leg and we'll know where it's ready. And so when we know, we just pull it from the heat, let it cool. And the trick is to keep it submerged in that fat. When you keep it submerged in that fat, it's a seal. There's no oxygen that's going to go in there. Some French guys say it prevents even the growth of bacteria. So this is like an old school way to preserve something. Cook it in its fat, leave that fat cap to seal it. Essentially, it can last forever in the right conditions as long as that fat stays cold. Now the risotto. Risotto is a little bit more basic. We go with onions. So we use a yellow onion and we sweat that until it's translucent. Add the rice, toast the rice a little bit, then slowly add in chicken stock, the way you saw me adding the chicken stock in the actual process of the mushroom duck risotto. Just keep adding and moving that rice until it's, again, you taste it and it tastes slightly raw still. And you want to be able to see each of the individual granules. You don't want it to be this mushy mess that is just unpleasant to work with. Nice granules, nice flavoring, right? You're not adding salt and seasoning it. You just want a nice base, a nice foundation that we can build off of. So that product combined, I mean, it's great. They're harmonious. You can use a duck stock, even if you're watching this video to try and find a way to use the leftover duck that you have. Use those bones, make a stock, right? Make a stock. Duck stock would go excellent here. That lemon zest adds that perfect it's not really acidity, it's an aromatic that comes through on the palate, really hits the back of the throat. So that's pretty much what we do here and why we do what we do. Microgreen adds a nice peppery, almost spiciness, I would say, that really balances that dish out. So that's just how we like to do things here at Vernon's. And I swear I did put some thought into this. I didn't just come up with it sipping coffee one day. All right, so that's how you make a mushroom and duck risotto. Go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe.